The round table is approaching. One player will be banished tonight. Will the group finally catch a traitor or continue their losing streak? Let's see how they are strategizing.
Than answers.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a lot to think about. Keeping an open mind tonight, you know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
just feeling it out.
Patrice, are you
Yeah.
there?
Oh, I
He's in-
think so.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same mindset of just kind of feeling people out tonight, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then like picking someone that the person personally has had suspicions about since day one, right?
Are you naming someone or you're not naming anyone? You're just
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. Like,
do you mean Brad?
well, him or Braden, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning Brad at the moment because like I just feel like every vote he says he's voting for someone he doesn't think is a traitor. And I don't think anyone else like people have been wrong, but they haven't voted for someone they think is faithful. So I just think that's a little suspicious.
Yeah, I would agree with you there for sure and stuff. And plus, yeah, he's missed a bunch of things. Not that that really means he's a traitor, but
Hmm.
missing the game, which doesn't help.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I feel like personally, if in a game like Traitors, there are good faithfuls, there are bad faithfuls. Good faithfuls are people who can contribute to the conversation, that can give their perceptions of the game. And it's hard to really gauge someone's perception when they miss out, and also when they throw votes on people they feel that aren't traitors, but they have to put a vote
yeah.
somewhere. That can get very dangerous, especially near the end. That can cost
Yeah.
somebody's game that is a faithful. So definitely do think that's a bit dangerous to keep in the game.
Didn't Braden throw a vote too?
Um,
Didn't he throw his last vote?
No, he voted for Adam.
He did vote for Adam.
that was who
Right.
he thought or they.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I mean, like, I know I still stuck by what I said when I voted. Like,
Mhm.
I had more suspicions for you, Victoria, about being a traitor for sure.
Mhm.
And then, like, 30 seconds into the end of the game, then all of a sudden Adam's like a suspect too, and it just kind of threw me for a loop.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
I was personally suspicious of Adam. So it was a combination of like my name was coming up and other people were bringing it up, so I voted for him, but it was wrong, unfortunately.
yeah, well, I mean, and it is what it is, right? Like you're only for sure until you vote, and then you know.
Hmm. But
Which
yeah,
kind
I
of
guess last time it kind of felt like everyone had a strong opinion either way. So I just find it a little suspicious to throw a vote in that scenario. Because like if you think one is a traitor, you should vote them out. Or like if you don't think either's a traitor, you should save both. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I would agree with that for sure.
Mhm.
And that's kind of why I'm like have him on my radar
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Because I
And
have voted for Brad
I think
before.
some people are also saying like I think your name's kind of being thrown around too. So
Oh,
so if they do that, maybe like I feel like Brad is the same argument because they say like you don't really give your opinions and stuff, but he doesn't either. So
yeah.
So I
Well,
think,
that's so weird because I feel like I give my opinion all the time.
or I think that's a narrative to put the target on your back because I don't
Uh-huh.
think it's I think it's
Yeah, no.
just a story.
Yeah, somebody's spinning some shit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't believe it personally, but even if that is the argument, I think it's
Yeah. No, I totally get you for sure. Everybody's really bouncing around. Holy shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just like boom, boom. Did you guys get kidnapped or did you guys move on your own?
I moved willingly.
I moved on my own.
Yeah. I always seem to get kidnapped. So if I leave abruptly, it's because I got kidnapped.
Got like what, 10 minutes left, y'all? What are we thinking?
I have a name.
What's your
Am
name?
I 100%? You'll find out.
What's your name?
I don't want to say yet.
Okay.
I don't want to say yet because I'm not 100% on it yet.
You don't think it's me anymore, do you?
You?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, yes and no.
It's not me.
Is
I'm
there a
not gonna
chance
lie.
you can give us a hint?
It's like, you know, we kind of pointed out, like, you did throw your vote the last time. I get you weren't there for most of the night the last time, but
Yeah, I mean, that's the only reason I did it. But ultimately, like, I didn't want
I
to
just,
vote for Victoria, but I really didn't think it was Adam. And that's where I was at. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I was at.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's always smart to vote for a purpose, regardless if you think it's,
Patrice called me out on it, and I apologized to him, and I'll apologize to you as well. Like, I wish I had. Like,
yeah.
just, I just didn't feel it was fair. Like, but in retrospect, I mean, if I had, I would have, again, I just felt very sure it wasn't Adam, but I didn't feel right about voting for Victoria. You know what I mean? So that's where I was at.
So then who do you think?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I was wondering if it was you today. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, just because we haven't gotten to talk a lot, and I thought it was either you or Stick, and Stick swore to me that she, like, before she left, she swore to me she was faithful. So I was like, is it Melissa? But if you
I
tell
know
me,
she said the same shit to me too
yeah,
and stuff. And but I'm like, are you playing the game, girl?
yeah,
Like, I don't know. So, but I mean, like, she's not in the game anymore, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
So, yeah,
It was
I
really,
don't know.
it was funny because like she was all over the place because she told me at one point she was like, I think she's our traitor angel and she's gonna take care of us. And I was like, oh, okay. But then she was like, I don't know if she's a traitor or not. And I was like, you just told me she was our traitor. I was very confused. So
Yeah, that no, yeah. She tried to get me to think I am, and I'm like, I am freaking not. And I'm like, the more you're at me, the more I think you are.
so you're not Melissa?
God no.
Okay.
Would I really make a good trader?
I
No.
think you would, honestly.
What?
For what it's worth, I'm also like on my word, I'm faithful as well.
Yeah,
So,
same. Absolutely. On my word, I'm faithful. Like,
and my word does, it means a lot to me. So,
I suck at lying.
yeah, I would be the worst trader because I would have been like, I don't know, I feel so guilty and stuff like that. I want to
Right?
be a trader and I realize I can't be. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had the realization like if I got recruited, and you know, on the show, they're like, either you're going to die or get recruited.
Yeah.
I would just let them kill me because I couldn't, I couldn't lie to, like, even then I would feel like, okay, I told people I wasn't, but then I became one. I would feel like just a crappy person and I couldn't do it. All right, I'm glad
Yeah.
it's me and you here. I am,
Yeah.
okay, so like between me and you, like this was weird to me tonight, but I was in a conversation with Anthony and Caleb,
Yeah.
and you can hear this too, but I was in a conversation with Anthony and Caleb, and Anthony and I were talking about like we have to catch a traitor, and Caleb said, yeah, we have to build up the prize pot. And for me, the prize pot is so far off the range, like I'm not even thinking about the prize pot. Like I'm worried
Yeah.
about catching
I would agree.
traitors. So it was
I
weird
would
to me that
agree.
he said that. I'm not saying he is guilty or not. That was just a weird statement to make to me.
I'm
Yeah.
just letting you know, Brad. I just got out of a room with Victoria, Yep.
and she's throwing your name out,
Okay.
basically saying that you're just throwing your votes.
What's up, fellas?
Hey,
Saying that Victoria is saying I'm throwing my votes. I told her just now that the reason I threw my vote is because I knew it wasn't Adam and I would have had to vote for her. So if that's what she thinks, that's fine. But I did do it because I wasn't around last time. So thanks for telling me, but like it's
no problem.
on my word, I'm faithful. Like
Oh,
that's
I know. I'm voting her this round.
Yeah, listen. I have no doubts about you, Brad. You know,
yeah,
you and I have conversated.
yeah,
Um, I still think he's one of the girls. I'm sorry.
yeah.
So if it's not
Hey,
Victoria, it's Melissa. If it's not Melissa, it's Victoria. That's kind of where I'm at.
exactly. Yep.
I just had a really good
Between Melissa
conversation
and
with Melissa.
Victoria.
I think I'm kind of keen to vote for Victoria, but I don't know.
Yep.
Hey,
It was
Patrice.
Oh my guys, some guys chilling there. One in his sofa, the other one in his bed.
Yep.
Matt, at least you were on the chair.
the bachelor pad over here. No, we were
So
just sorry. Go
yeah,
ahead.
sorry. No, I was just asking, like, you because Brad, I haven't spoken to you tonight. Are you thinking about someone, or I heard what Brendan had in mind, Matt?
What did what did Brendan? Oh, what do I think?
Yeah.
I was just telling them like two things stand out to me. One is that I guess Victoria's throwing my name out, which seems super weird. The other thing is it was weird to me earlier when I was in a conversation with Anthony and Caleb, and Anthony and I were both like, "Hey, we've got to catch a traitor," and Caleb said, "We've got to get money for the pot." And for me, like money for the pot is so far off the radar. Like all I'm focusing on is a trader. Like that part doesn't matter to me as much. So it was weird to me he said that. But if I had to vote right now, I'm really I don't know why Victoria was saying my name.
Well, I talked to her quite a bit, and I don't remember her saying your name, or she might have been like, I'm not sure it's 100% faithful, but she's not throwing your name per se,
Okay,
in my
good.
opinion, because she's actually not saying anything or not saying a name. So
I know
I don't think she's voting for you.
when Patrice and I were in the room with Melissa, she did mention you, Brad. She also actually mentioned you, Brandon.
Yeah, but
She
not
mentioned the both of
Victoria.
you.
Oh,
Nah, I didn't hear Victoria mention it, but Melissa did mention you both.
Yeah, I just had a conversation with Melissa because she was like, she wasn't sure if it was me, and I was like, I'm not sure if it's you, so
Oh, we're gonna see.
I don't know.
Well, Brad, if you play your cards right, I feel like Melissa has more suspicion on her than you. I feel like.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna call Melissa out on that then.
I told her like my word means everything to me, and like on my word, I'm not. I'm faithful. Like that really does mean everything to me. So like,
No, I believe you, Brad, but again, like you wouldn't say like I'm a traitor. So for her,
no,
if
but I
she
would.
has
Yeah,
suspicions, yeah.
yeah. I think I would actually suck as a trader. Like I think I'm realizing that as we go. Like I actually just told her if they do that recruitment deal where it's like either you get killed or you join the traders, I would get killed because I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't have lied to people all this time and then changed teams. I'm just not that way. So
Yeah.
No, but see, when you see that, when you say that, it's actually really believable. Like
yeah,
this is a good argument for you because from chatting a bit with you, like I believe, and it's really on character for you to say that. So I guess that's a good argument.
thank you. Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Yeah, I've only had authentic conversations with you, Brad. Um, I honestly don't feel like throwing a vote on you. Just wouldn't make sense. I have no suspicions of you. Even when you explain yourself, you don't have to think about it. You're just speaking from right here. Like
yeah.
so,
Yeah, I'm not voting for Brad either.
yeah.
Same.
So so what are we thinking?
I was gonna ask you guys the same thing, but I know I've talked to you and Patrice a lot today and yesterday, and I feel good about you guys. I'm not gonna vote for you guys, but I don't really know where to go from here.
I'm definitely between Melissa and Victoria. More towards Victoria right now.
That makes sense to me. Like I do think it's a female.
Yeah.
I think it just makes sense that there's a female
Oh
trader.
yeah, for sure. Is it just Victoria and
And
Melissa?
Melissa, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like for Victoria, I had my suspicions because I didn't really get to know her. I didn't really get to talk to her as much, as we got to conversate. And even the last night that we had, the way she was defending herself, for me, it wasn't like, how when someone is defending themselves because they know that they fucked up.
Oh,
Well, I'll just go back at what Matt was saying. I felt the same thing about Victoria. I told her straight up that I'm like, look, I don't want to count you out because again, I don't want to sit here looking kind of dumb when I rewatch this and like the traitor's right there and like people are telling me it's her and it's not. Or I think it's not. And it's just